Hello, this is Chaka, and talking about my trigeminal neuralgia. Like I said in one of my very first videos, I call it the quick and dirty. Uh, Worst pain ever. Everything has to be done quickly if you're in that kind of pain. So, you know, so this is, I want to explain to everybody when I found out and how old I was. Um, I found out, I think, in 2007, 2000, late 2007. I had a tooth pulled, and it opened up that nerve, and the nerve ended up, it was excruciating for weeks until that area around that nerve stopped hurt. Like the gums grew over it, and it was fine after that. I was fine, no pain, no nothing. But for about maybe 3 weeks straight, that pain was shooting all over to the point where CAT scans couldn't find anything, MRIs couldn't find anything. Finally, they sent me to the neurologist, and she was like, "Hey, you have what we call trigeminal neuralgia, and it is an inflamed nerve that touches it's a blood vessel touching your central nerve in the rear part of your skull. And so that nerve has three big nerves that sit like this. If you can see that, one, two, three. Then those nerves are all over to control, your smile, your teeth, your eyes, blink, your hearing. Uh, like I said, everything on my right side. So for once, like I said, once the gums healed from that, I was perfectly fine. Um, on In May 2008, I suffered the worst car accident ever. Um, my car, literally, I had a truck, and it was a Ford Escape, and I was on the side of the road waiting for emergency roadside service, and my car bent. Like the guy who hit me in the back, literally my car folded in half, and I went forward, then back, forward, hit my steering wheel here, and then I bounced back, and then hit it again. And when the impact stopped, my whole dashboard was in my face and on top of me. Um, the funny thing is, during that whole accident, I could remember, I could hear people talking to me. Um, People from the service drive of the freeway came running down after they seen the accident, and I heard a man's voice saying, "Please wake up, please wake up," and they called the EMS. And then I remembered giving them my aunt's number. My aunt had her telephone number since I was in middle school, and although I could remember my mom's number and my number, I literally could remember her number was the first thing, because that number had never changed in all the years since I was in middle school. Um, I was under 30 when that happened, which is rare. Like they still don't know what causes trigeminal neuralgia. They still can never give a definitive. But the car accident exacerbated and caused so much pain. EMTs cut me out the car, and I heard the EMTs talking around me as they were. I could hear the car being cut. And I heard the EMT say, "She's alive. She has a pulse." And he said, "We didn't expect anyone to be alive in this car," as they pulled me out of the car or what have you. And I heard them. I seen my mom, my aunt, and my cousin, because they braced me up. So I only could move my eyes, but I could see them when they lowered the 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 gurney to get me inside the uh ambulance. And I heard him ask Mom which hospital, and I told him myself. And he said, "Mom, you can sit up front. She's speaking." And that was just the weirdest thing. I can remember that night like it happened yesterday. Um, so just to let y'all know, today is was it February 6th, 2021. So again, 2008 May. I was in the hospital. They kept me overnight, no broken bones. I was like, this is what being thick helps to play out. Because again, I should have been dead in that car accident. And the Lord had his hand tight on me. Um, I spent the night that night at the hospital for observation, and the pain started then. And I said, I asked the doctor, I said, did I get hit in the face? Because where my tooth hurt, I'm having pain. And he said, no, nothing's wrong. It looks like you have scratches and glass marks, little bitty scratches. Did you hit the steering wheel? I said, I think so, but I can't remember the accident part. I can't remember the impact part. So I was in pain, and they had to pull my records, and that's when they found out, oh, okay, the nerve, that central nerve is inflamed. So they gave me some medication, and during the 3 weeks the year before, trying to figure out what all this is, we tried every drug known to man, everything. I got into a fight with this guy that I was seeing because I had taken like 8 over the counter they were over the counter drugs, but they I took like 8. The thing was like 200 milligrams per tablet. So I had taken like 8, and the pain wouldn't go away in 2007. And this idiot was making the pain worse. And so I got in my car, and I was speeding down to emergency because the pain is so severe. They gave me a morphine shot, and it dulled the pain just enough for me to take a nap. And then like 30, 40 minutes later, I was back up. But the jackass, that's why he's next anyway, he tells the nurse while they're trying to admit me, oh, she took 8 Tylenol or something. Hey, is she gonna be okay? I was like, if you don't get the fuck out, I'm gonna tell them you caused this. Like, shut up. I need the fucking morphine shot, dumbass. That's what I'm here. And so, like I said, it dulled it down. And again, so I had taken like some of everything. So when the car accident happened and that pain came rushing back, I had to figure out what was I taking to actually fix the pain. And again, it was still like, okay, you tried this, you tried this, you tried this, you tried this, it didn't work. And I remember they gave me Trilepta, which is a seizure medicine, and it worked. So I ended up calling the neurologist, and I had to go back to the neurologist. And she and I talked, and she said, "Well, maybe it'll calm down, but head injuries is different than that tooth pull because basically the nerve was just exposed to the air. This may be something more severe." And so I was like hoping that, oh, okay, in a couple of months I'll be back to normal. The pain got more and more excruciating, and it wasn't just right here like it had been before. It started being right here, right here, and right here. I could feel ringing in my ear. It was the worst pain ever, and people don't get it. And I used to hate when people told me, "Oh, all you have to do, you got this, then shut the hell up." Like literally, people was pissing me off the way they were talking to me. Oh, quit yelling and fussing. Shut up. You've never been in this much pain. It hurts. And I mean, to the point where it will wipe me out. And so, the pain never went away. It like dulled a little bit, but it still wouldn't just go away. So around the following year, 2009, the pain was still so severe. I looked into the surgeries. So there's a surgery called micro decompression surgery where they cut a small hole in your skull, moved your blood vessel away from your trigeminal nerve, put a piece of Teflon in between those two so they won't touch again, and it does the pain. It stops the heat touching your nerve. As you can tell, I was still in pain and in tears all the time. So I just kind of got to a point where I was like, well, what do I need to do? How do I stop it? How do I make it stop? How do I make the pain go away? Um, and so she said, listen, maybe you should again think about the surgery because I didn't want this major surgery. That I mean, I had never had anything as a kid. I think the only thing I ever had was chickenpox, and I ended up getting a raw deal with that. All the kids in my class who got chickenpox got to stay home for a week or two. My butt gets it on a Wednesday. I got to stay home 2 days. I was fine to go back to school the next week. I was like, how do that work? I'm still contagious. They was like, no, man, you can go back to school now. So again, never had broken bones. Loved it. Pretty much. I was the most healthiest person ever. Um, it killed my face. It killed me. So I ended up not knowing what to do with that. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't know how it goes away. And so on um, in October, well, I actually decided right after my birthday, which is in July. In August, I actually went and sat down with the surgeon, and they walked me through the process, explained how it goes, how how I would feel after. And, we literally took our time and everything. Um, that following, let's say Monday, um, I waited another couple of weeks and then I set the surgery for October 2009. We had October 2009, here we are, and I'm nervous, like real nervous to do this again to myself. And I was scared, but I prayed on it, I moved forward, and we did the surgery. A week later, I was fine. No medication, nothing. That lasted for about two, almost 3 full years. Um, I moved into my first house, and everything was, better. I was doing okay. I didn't have any problems. And then, I don't know, something happened, and I started getting really stressed out and the tingle. It was like a sharp pain one day, but then nothing. So I called the surgeon instead of my regular neurologist, and I explained, and he said, well, I'm gonna put you back on your medicine, but let's hold off. I'm only gonna give you a small dosage. And so, everything calmed down around me. And I asked him, I said, does stress cause this? No one knows what causes it. Really? Okay. So things got back calm at work and home, and I kind of stopped taking the medication. I was fine. Oh, perfectly fine. And then I met someone new, and it was a lot going on, but the pain would come and go. And it was increasingly annoying. But, I wasn't on a lot of medication. Again, it was like a half a tablet of, so like 300 milligrams of Trileptal. But even that, it would be down to like 150 because I take half in the morning and maybe half at night, depending on how I felt. Uh, I literally was in pain in 2012. So I want to keep telling y'all my experience, but I'm going to tell you this was the worst pain ever. I literally did not know who else ever had this. My neurologist, as well as the surgeon, started telling me places to go to discuss it. I did research on everything, but I'm going to stop this conversation at 2012 when the pain came back. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. I am going to continue to discuss this. This was the worst pain anyone could ever go into. I know there's other ailments that create a lot of pain, but if you've never had this pain, it's hard to describe. So, again, please rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll continue discussing this situation with everyone.